Welcome back, citizen. Hello there, Lucinda. Welcome in. And good day to you. Hello there, Aura. Welcome in as well. How is it going? And welcome in to the start of our AC2 and, in a way, Brotherhood playthrough as part of the Historical Order run. We are getting started with the year 1459, in which Ezio Auditore da Firenze is born. And yeah, we kind of follow the timeline of Ezio's life, I guess, which is fairly linear across the trilogy of games. But there's some memories you kind of have to work out when they actually take place to play them in the proper order, because, you know, some of the missions, of course, are optional that might have a bit of a historical relevance. So to kind of work out the order of those, and also to put in order the memories. You know, for instance, in Brotherhood, you have the Cristina memories, and they're kind of flashbacks to the lives of Ezio in Assassin's Creed 2. So yeah, that's something that we're gonna play whenever that's taking place in the AC2 storyline. And one of them is actually quite early. It's a mission that even takes place before you take control of teenage Ezio in AC2. And it's the first time that Ezio kind of like meets Cristina, which is a bit of a prequel storyline, I guess, to AC2. So those are kind of gonna be things we're gonna try to work out the order of and play them that way. But yeah, as for the games, we're gonna take them quite in-depth, I guess. I wanna do a lot of the missions to really cover a lot of the history and also unlock more database entries. Because they're of course gonna be the bridge point to the real history behind the game. And yeah, we're gonna actually be reading pretty much all the database entries of historical relevance for all the AC games. It doesn't mean I read all of the database, because some, of course, are solely focused on like lore and the likes. So whenever we have things like modern day information, you know, that's not really of relevance to us unless it directly talks about the history. So yeah, it's gonna be, I guess, a bit selective, but it's still gonna be pretty much most of the database entries. But yeah, as for the content we're doing, we also have this command. So gonna be doing all database entries, all secret locations, all the enemy glyphs, because even though they are modern day and history focused, you know, very much tied into the lore of Assassin's Creed, they're very much also featuring and referencing certain historical characters that might, you know, be interesting to feature, especially if they're not being, you know, focused on in other games. All the career missions, because they actually carry letters about like some of the historical characters. Like one famous painter, I think he's actually referenced in one of the letters. So that's also something to tie in to the history. And the assassination contracts might also feature, you know, kind of like prominent characters of a time that actually died in the year of the years around, you know, the end of the 15th century. Yeah, 15th century. But yeah, pretty much just, you know, maximizing the amount of database entries we might unlock. Also, Aura, thank you so much for the tier 1 resub at 39 months in a row. Hell yeah, thank you so much, Aura. You got first today, so it's going great. Off to a good start, isn't it? Hello there, Oliver. Welcome in. And good day. How are you today? Nice emote selection there. I hope Rod never gets rid of that Alan Wake emote when he's looking into the TV. It's just the perfect creepy greeting. But yeah, so we're kind of like getting closer to the end of the 15th century here with AC2, because AC2 actually takes place over many different years. I mean, it starts in 1459 with the birth of Ezio, of course. And it ends pretty much in 1499 or something. So it covers like pretty much, 40 years worth of a life of a man. Which is pretty unique, to be fair, with those types of games. To have a story that's kind of like that long running in terms of like years passing. No worries, Oliver. Thank you for the lurk. And yeah, it of course takes place during the Renaissance era, so we're gonna have a bit of a look up here on the period, just as a bit of a backdrop and, have a bit of a first impression here on, what kind of like era we're entering. Making it a bit bigger so it's kind of like more readable on the stream. So, the Renaissance is a period of history and a European cultural movement covering the 15th and 16th centuries. And of course not to be confused with the earlier Renaissance of the 12th century, which was also a thing. It marked the transition from the Middle Ages to modernity and was characterized by an effort to revive and surpass the ideas and achievements of classical antiquity. So a bit of a tie-in here to for example, games like AC Odyssey and, in a way also Origins. Associated with great social change in most fields and disciplines, including art, architecture, politics, literature, exploration, and science. The Renaissance was first centered in the Republic of Florence. So here we have, Florence being like a major cultural center, I guess, of the time. Very much more of a capital at the time of the Republic, or like, kind of like Italian culture than even Rome at the time. Then spread to the rest of Italy and later throughout Europe. The term Rinascita, rebirth, first appeared in the Lives of the Artist by Giorgio Vasari, while the corresponding French word Renaissance was adopted into English as the term for this period during the 1830s. The Renaissance intellectual basis was founded in its version of humanism, derived from the concept of Roman humanitas and the rediscovery of classical Greek philosophy, such as that of Protagoras, who said that man is the measure of all things. Although the invention of metal movable types sped the dissemination of ideas from the later 15th century, the changes of the Renaissance were not uniform across Europe. The first traces appear in Italy as early as the late 13th century, in particular with the writings of Dante and the paintings of Giotto. Dante is actually another character being featured in AC2, and he's actually essential to the lore of the game. He was the mentor, I believe, to the grandfather of Ezio Auditore da Firenze. But that's of course not part of real history. As a cultural movement, the Renaissance encompassed innovative flowering of literary Latin, as an explosion of vernacular literatures, beginning with the 14th century resurgence of learning, based on classical sources, which contemporaries credited to Petrarch, the development of linear perspective and other techniques of rendering a more natural reality in painting, and gradual but widespread educational reform. It saw myriad artistic developments and contributions from such polymaths as Leonardo da Vinci and Michelangelo, who inspired the term Renaissance man. In politics, The Renaissance contributed to the development of the customs and conventions of diplomacy, and in science to an increased reliance on observation and inductive reasoning. The period also saw revolutions in other intellectual and social-scientific pursuits, as well as the introduction of modern banking and the field of accounting. So just by, reading like the rough summation here of the period, you can already tell, if you played the game before, that there's so many, connections already between AC2 and this summary. Leonardo da Vinci, of course, being essential to the time. And also the introduction of modern banking, which is like a main gameplay mechanic in the game. The fact that, the Auditore family is a banking family, like Ezio would have learned to become a banker himself, just like his father, and in secret, be an assassin. But it's very much not something that has existed in that way before. And then, of course, you have a whole economy system where you essentially become like a banker of sorts. And, have to deal with mainly money as a resource. And yeah, money hasn't even been like a game mechanic in the first AC game either. So it's the first time I actually see it in the games. But yeah, so much to kind of like an introduction here to the Renaissance as an era. So we're gonna be starting with, the first mission in the Ezio timeline, and that's the very first cutscene of AC2. Well, that is after the modern day, of course. But it's the moment that Ezio is born, I guess. And then we're gonna play in the modern day until we reach the hideout, and from there we're gonna be watching Assassin's Creed Lineage. Because that's the prequel kind of like animated short, well not animated, it's a real life short movie of Ezio's father. That's right, yeah, his sister as well, Claudia Auditore. Well, yeah, she actually is major, like more the banker than Ezio really is, isn't she? Ironically, because she's in charge of, seeing over the books and stuff, and Ezio's basically just bringing money and deciding what to renovate next. But yeah, she's very much the bookkeeper. Okay, let me see. Game has to be captured. All right. And basically becomes a business owner in the later games. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I really love seeing Claudia's character evolution, and her character arc. The way they also highlight that, she always has to kind of like stand in Ezio's shadow and, kind of doesn't want to be treated like, she can't look out for herself. And yeah, it's a kind of like nice independent story in a way. And Ezio ultimately, kind of like accepting and also welcoming her even into the Brotherhood, which was a cool move to see. But yeah, just gonna check the options real quick here. So everything is fine with the controls here, but with Brotherhood and Revelations, I have some really bad issues, unfortunately. Like for some reason, my triggers won't be recognized by the game, and they're kind of like essential to, have enough buttons to do what you have to do in the game. Like I can't run and I can't use high profile and focus, which is really weird because I never had that issue before. Now the AC2 controls, they used to be messed up like that, but for that there's like a patch and you can install that and then the controls are working just fine. But unfortunately there's nothing for that with Brotherhood and Revelations. I want to have like a recent patch for the game. Kinda like brought that or something. But yeah, here's everything good. So let's start a new save.
My name is Desmond Miles. I'm a prisoner of war. A war I never knew existed, waged by two groups I never thought were real. Templars and Assassins. The Animus showed me the truth. The things I've seen, the things I've been. 1,000 years of history flowing through my veins, brought to life by this machine. They're using me to search for something. Call it the Apple. It's an artifact, one of many so-called pieces of Eden. Templars collect them. It's how they stay in power. And if the Templars get their hands on another one, everything will change. They want to make us all their slaves. When they first brought me here, I was afraid of what would happen if I tried to fight back. Now? Now I'm afraid of what will happen if I don't. But I can't do it alone. And maybe I don't have to. I met someone. Her name is Lucy. I think she's on my side. She's gone now. She's taken away by that bastard Warren Vidic and his Templar masters. I don't know what will happen to her, or what'll happen to me. All I know is I need to get out of here. And I need to do it soon. My name is Desmond Miles, and this is my story.
Oh, so what's happening again? Don't worry, it's the Animus glitching. Wait, what? We're not in the Animus? Well then. Yeah, so this can happen with the AC games, which is really weird because I did a test run on the other saves and those worked fine. But of course, the moment, you know, that I start a new game, we have like glitches happening. So with Brotherhood and Revelations, you can fix it by deleting the systemdetection.dll file in the game folder, apparently.
You're trash.
Not sure if that's the same case for this game, because I don't usually have it with this one. I think I'm just gonna restart the game. That can already get rid of that issue sometimes. I find it interesting that the first few AC games are about trying to find one apple of Eden, and the later games are like all about a new piece of Ezio tech. Yeah, it does maybe seem like there's only one apple of Eden, but there's actually multiple ones in the first couple of AC games. Like they're not all the same, but they might seem like they are. But yeah, with the like Animus glyphs, you actually learn that there's been multiple ones from the start, and they've been held by like different historical characters. But yeah, it's definitely like it's still right that, you know, it's definitely become much more about, okay, what's like the next piece of Eden, you know? And then like much more focus on the actual apple. Yet, of course, the spear and the sword of Eden and all that, but I feel like the apple of Eden really had like a much deeper meaning. Given its kind of like mind controlling abilities and how the first civilization used that. Hello there, Mr. Goody. Welcome in, dude. And how's it going? Oh, Jesus, it's still glitching. Okay, then. Oh, let me investigate the game further real quick. Also, hello there, Gislek. Welcome in, dude. How's it going? Okay, let me turn on some music here while I try to get this sorted. I'm gonna just see if I have actually the game locked at 60 FPS or not. I'm still here, just going to that screen. You'll have to use popcorn for when you're watching a stream that actually watches cutscenes without talking over them. Yeah, it can definitely be a bit of a pet peeve. If, you know, there's like something important happening and someone's just talking over it. Okay, let me lock that to 60 FPS here. Just gonna check if that's the right X file here. Yeah, exactly, Gisek. I think that's maybe the culprit here. But it's really weird, you know, because I played, like I've launched the game a couple of times over the past couple of days, you know, kind of like test things out with a new mod, like a parkour mod, and, you know, just to like mess around and kind of work out some things. And it was like totally fine. But of course, the moment I start a new game, it's like, lag here, lag there. You're playing Oblivion Remastered? Oh, very nice. How do you like it? Is it good? And have you played the old one back then? Alright. Let me relaunch the game. This is my first time playing these games on my newer video card. Pretty much, yeah. At least when it comes to like actual playthrough. I have launched the games and they've been fine in that regard, like they didn't glitch out. But I guess it's my first time starting a new save, and you know, that creates probably like an individual kind of like ini file or something. Who knows? But it seems to be fine now. Oh, it's at least not glitching right now, so I guess the 60 FPS limit has done the trick. Okay, so the moment that OBS captures this, it's glitching out a sec. What the fuck? Are you right, game capture? So I assume it's like something to do with game capture? Huh. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna tell it to capture AC2 directly, not just any full screen application. Let me also just close some programs that could mess with capture here. Because I'd like a VLC player on for the Lineage movie, maybe that also has had an impact. Ah, yeah. When you just want to start a game, if you're throwing like curveballs. Exactly, Aura. The amount of things you have to do sometimes. And yeah, I do have G-Sync on for the game actually. But that's kind of weird, right? Because as I said, like on the other saves, it worked just fine. Like I didn't have any issue. But I also didn't try to like stream it either. I'm gonna set it to fixed refresh rate instead of G-Sync. Just to kind of like see if it does the trick. The games are very like refresh rate sensitive either way, so. Yeah, okay. I think it's really like to do with my game capture for some reason. It's like the moment it captures the game, it's like bugging out. Good, it needs patching, let's just say that, but you're seeing past it and still playing it, and yeah, you love a 360 copy. That's fair. It seems to be more like the original gameplay with like prettier graphics, right? But it's still nice to have, you know, like a modern port and kind of like a more like up-to-date look. Yeah, listen, that's so frustrating. It's like, why are you doing this? Is it running borderless window mode? Well, it shouldn't, but I've installed a mod basically for the game, which is called Eagle Patch, that kind of like fixes a lot of the issues, including like, you know, the controls and stuff. I'm not sure if maybe that also, you know, made the game run in borderless instead, but I don't think it does. There's at least an option to change borderless or something. So I don't think that's it. And that's the creepy factor. Watching people talk about playing Dragon Age Origins in 2025 and how complicated the setup itself is. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting going forward, you know? Like, in the future, how we're gonna be able to play these games. If we just have to emulate the older, you know, kind of like OSs or something to be able to play them. Disable game filters in photo mode and in video overlay if they aren't already. That's good call too, actually. Don't have any game filters, but definitely I have the NVIDIA app. Yeah, exactly, Goody. You know, like I would also not mind having the older AC games kind of like be, you know, redone with a prettier, you know, like design or like better graphics, but still keep the gameplay the same. But yeah, overlay is definitely off, so that can't be it either. Well, if nothing else works, I always have the Ezio collection on Xbox Series X. You know, with the issues I have with Brotherhood and Revelations now that I still have to fix, and I still hadn't gotten, you know, to fix yet. And now this game glitching. But I feel confident we can get this done. Hello there, Shella. Welcome in, dude. Yeah, it's going. We're just doing a bit of tech issue solving. Cheers, Kisek. That's another good call, actually. Let me also check that. Because I never know with those overlays. Yeah, it's not enabled either. So there shouldn't be any overlays interfering with this. Okay, let me try relaunching the game another time. I'm gonna wait a second here before we try to capture it. Just gonna change the refresh rate real quick for the game to 60 Hz and VSync on. Let me load into the game real quick. Okay, so for me it's not glitching. Let's switch over. Yeah, and it's like the moment OBS captures it. So it's really like due to the game capture in OBS. For some reason. Well, I could maybe try window capture. I can technically limit the capture frame rate. I could maybe also do something. I'm gonna try that one more time. And if it doesn't work, then we just do like, I don't know, desktop capture or something. If nothing else works. Yeah, it's like immediately glitching out, so Okay. So this doesn't work because it's technically not borderless, I guess, full screen, so it doesn't consider it like a window. So the only other option I have is like desktop capture, which is kind of like horrible most of the time, like when it comes to performance. But it could be worth a try, I guess. Okay, now it's gonna be interesting if it's still gonna glitch out. Well, it doesn't. And I think it's fairly smooth, isn't it? Or you think Dragon Age Origins and 2 both have memory leak issues, so you have to download a third-party patch to play them at all. Yeah, I saw that too for like games like The Sims 2. Like if you wanna be able to really play them properly on modern hardware, there's like quite a bit of extra steps to do. PC Master Race, by the way, clearly. I'm looking forward to a future of PC Master Race.
We have to go.
Lucy, where have you been? Why did they...
Now! Get in.
What's with the blood? Are you okay?
Look, we have maybe 10 minutes, maybe, before they figure out what I've done. If we're not out of here and on the road before then...
Wait, we're leaving?
Desmond, I promise I'll answer all of your questions later. But right now, I need you to just shut up and do what I say. So please, get in the Animus.
All right.
Spingi! Spingi! Di nuovo! Sì, sì, brava! It is a boy.
Oh, my love. Mi dispiace. I was at the bank when they told me. Did I miss it? Am I too late? Give him here.
Giovanni.
Shh, my love. It will be all right. Tu sei un auditore. Sei un combattente. Perciò, combatti. Listen to him. A fine set of lungs.
And what shall we call him, my love?
Ezio. Ezio Auditore da Firenze.
Get up. Let's go.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna need a second.
There isn't time, Desmond. We have to leave.
And there we go. That was already the 1459 year. The birth of Ezio Auditore da Firenze.
Come on, Desmond.
Come on, Desmond.
Hey, what happened to your lab coat?
Hurry up.
Wait up!
We need to...
Is Desmond experiencing Ezio's memory of his own birth? He is. Only that he's doing it like pretty much consciously, I guess.
Come on, Desmond.
Or I don't know, maybe like, you know, being in the mind of like a baby actually changes his, your perception
Hey, what happened to your lab coat?
significantly as well. But yeah, he's experiencing being born.
Wait up!
It's like a almost 30-year-old. Chilla, a legend has been born, indeed.
I'm coming.
And what a legend it is. And I can't wait to play all of the Ezio games again.
Come on, Desmond.
It was always such a good time. And it's been actually a while since the last played them.
Hey, what happened to your lab coat?
It really is aura, like imagine. Or maybe don't.
Hurry up.
Wait up!
For your own good.
Really getting out of here, huh? Sturgo's got some fucked up interior
Stay close.
Hey! You're not supposed to be up here! Open this door! I'm calling it in!
We have a breach in the research wing. I repeat, there's been a breach in the research wing.
Nice walls.
Request-
Fancy. Why,
There they are! Don't let them get away!
Holy shit! Look at this place.
Come on, Desmond, let's go.
What about the cameras?
I rigged them to loop old footage. How do you think I managed to hide all your nighttime snooping from Abstergo?
You're good.
So I've been told. But they're on to us now. We need to hurry. Careful. We need to get to that elevator on the other side of the room. Follow my lead, but keep an eye out for security. I'd rather avoid a fight.
And 1459 sure looks futuristic.
Is that an animus?
Stay with me.
What the? How many of them are there?
Wait.
Is it animuses or animi? What do you think, Lucy? Lucy?
Kind of like horror violence.
What do they need with all of them?
Desmond. Fuck. I thought this card would work. It must be on a separate system, and I don't have the code.
Wait. Shit. Come on.
How did you do that?
I don't know.
Let's go. It's always something.
What was that in the animus? Subject 16? Ezio, Audi something?
I think we've been wrong.
Ezio Audi.
That's why we need to get out of here. Vidic and the Templars, they're only part of the problem.
What do you mean?
I'll explain when we get there.
Get where?
One thing I just love about this game is the soundtrack. I wish you could kind of like explore this car park a bit. Try some sport cars.
Get in.
You're joking.
It's for your own protection.
Oh, man.
We're almost there.
The Audi Ezio. Fastest sports car. It even can climb. And leap. Does not really understand the urgency of a situation, acting like it's a tour. Yeah. It's like, look at this architecture.
Thanks for that. It was great. Shoved in the trunk, bouncing around. Loved
This way.
So, gonna tell me what's going on now?
There was a reason for the escape, Desmond.
Figures.
We need your help.
For what? Another treasure hunt through time?
Abstergo's gonna replace their Apple of Eden. The map your ancestor found guarantees it. The other assassins, they'll do what they can, where they can, but...
But... It's the last word she said. Can't even climb this.
What? What is it?
We're losing this war, Desmond. The Templars are too powerful. And every day, more of us die.
I still don't see how I fit into things.
We're going to train you. Turn you into one of us.
What? No. No, you've seen me in action. I'm no good at this, and even if I was, it would take months. Years even.
No. Not with the Animus. Not with the bleeding effect.
But I'm just one guy.
Sometimes, that's all you need.
So that's why you found him. My ancestor. What was his name? Ezio?
If you can follow in his footsteps, you'll learn everything he did, just like he did. Years of training, absorbed in a matter of days.
You broke me out of Abstergo and brought me here just to make me an assassin?
Look, there's more to it than that, but it'll have to wait. Trust me, okay?
All right, I'm in. Tell me what you need.
Really? You're sure?
I thought you'd be happy about this.
Sorry, I'm just a little surprised. I spent the whole ride over here figuring out how I was gonna convince you to do this.
Save it. After what those Templar bastards put me through, I'm ready, willing, and able.
Thank you.
Ready and willing, maybe Desmond. Able, I'm not so sure. At this stage. But yeah, I like the confidence on Desmond. But he has seen nothing yet. no buts. No worries, Oliver. Definitely enjoy. Hope you have fun. And thank you for the lurk. Yeah, I mean, you know, what other choice does this man have, you know? Go back onto the streets and be captured by Abstergo again. This is like his best chance of survival. And it's a bit of an ironic twist in his history because he of course already grew up with the assassins and knew all about them. Actually tried to escape them to see the world for real and if what they've been saying is true about the Templars. Been thinking it's all like a bunch of bullshit conspiracy until he's like actually getting captured and put into the Animus. I guess it definitely changed his outlook on his assassin upbringing in isolation.
Lucy! You made it! God, it's been so long. 7 years, can you believe it?
Indeed. Welcome back. Ah, so this must be the infamous Subject 17. Desmond Miles, was it?
Who are you?
I'm sorry, where are my manners? I'm Sean Hastings. This is Rebecca Crane.
Nice to meet you, Desmond.
Right, well, it's been lovely chatting, but if you don't mind, Desmond, it's best we get straight to work. Time is precious. Doubly so these days.
We've got everything set up and ready, Lucy. Just say the word and we'll get going.
Here, I brought you something. A parting gift from Abstergo.
Whoa! The memory core! This is amazing. With their data, things are gonna go a lot faster. I'll get to work on merging the code.
Alrighty, we're gonna talk a bit to the modern day characters here because some of it is definitely of historical relevance. I'm not of course always know like when something historical relevant will be you know, talked about, but especially the ones with Sean tend to be more focused on historical exchanges, since he's also in charge of writing the databases for most of the games. So he's the one providing us with, you know, knowledge of the history behind the games.
What's all this stuff for?
This stuff, Desmond. Oh, this stuff is nothing special, really, this stuff. It's just the stuff that keeps our entire operation from falling apart, really. It requires a great deal of concentration to keep it all moving, so you'll forgive me if I don't have time to play meet and greet.
Sean's in charge of maintaining our knowledge archives. It's like a digital library. He'll be riding shotgun with me while you're in the Animus. So if you come across anything of note, people, places, events, etc., he'll create database entries you can consult for additional information.
Yeah, it's not just databases, though. I also provide tactical support for the other assassins. You know, Desmond, the ones who are out there, actually doing stuff, risking their lives, little things like that.
So there you go. He's the one in charge.
Desmond, go away.
Of sending Desmond away.
Please, mate, bother someone else, okay? I've got stuff to do. What part of I am busy don't you understand? Is it the I bit? That refers to me. Is it the am bit? That's like a doing thing. Is it that I'm busy? I'm busy.
I think that's like a slight hint that I think he might not want to be talking to us. I'm not too sure.
Hey, listen. I just wanted to say thank you. And that I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, you know, before. Everything at Abstergo. It was just... I wasn't ready.
It's okay.
No. Going through all that. Knowing that the Templars still exist, what they're planning.
What's done is done, Desmond. You're here now, and that's what matters.
Or see, Sean, this is why you and Rebecca got married, because she can explain your grumpy ass to people. That's true, they definitely work out in that regard, you know. Rebecca is the one making Sean more relatable. She definitely did for me on my first time playing, you know, because the first time I played the game, And I interacted with Sean, I thought he was like a dick, and I really didn't like his guts very much. Now he's pretty much my favorite modern day character. But Rebecca is also awesome. I think they're just an amazing team, really. Maybe he's busy. Yeah, maybe. You might not like Desmond right now. Yeah. I mean, honestly, if you take the grand scheme of things, you know, it's understandable that, you know, time is of the essence. It's actually crazy to think about how short the time is of a modern day between AC1 to AC3. It's just a couple of months really, right? Like it starts in August, September or so in AC1, and then it ends, you know, in December. So every day kind of like matters. Yeah, Lucy, what's done is done, like betraying Clay and the Assassins. Remember that at the end of Brotherhood, Lucy, what's done is done. Sean is the most lovable asshole in the whole franchise. 100%. And at least, you know, he deserves some credit. Like, he has credibility for being a dick sometimes. Yeah, I can't understand that either, Aura. Isn't it, Gizek? You know, that's why AC is so good with the initial modern day. They really kept it realistic. You know, no flying cars. The Animus on the other side, you know, that's the most realistic device in the whole franchise, really.
Hey, Desmond. What's up?
Just wondering what your role is in all this.
I take care of Baby. It's my job to keep her up and running.
Baby? You mean the Animus?
Actually, I prefer Animus 2.0, since Baby's twice as awesome as anything you'll find at Abstergo. The Templars might have deeper pockets than us, but they've got no ambition, no passion, no competitive edge. That's why, even with all their resources, anything they can do, I can do better. Faster, too. Anyway, take a seat when you're ready, and we can get started. I just need to make a few more adjustments. Sorry, can't talk now. I really need to get this ready. Yeah, let's chat later, Desmond. Have a seat when you're ready. Sorry, can't talk now.
Lucy, I've been seeing things. Symbols in my bedroom. The code on the keypad. Just like Altair.
It's from the bleeding effect. You're taking on more than your ancestors' memories. You're taking on their skills, too. In this case, eagle vision.
Skills?
You're more receptive now. So if all goes well, everything Ezio learns in the Animus, you'll learn too.
You really think this will work? That I'll become an assassin?
You already are an assassin. You'll just be better at it.
Yeah, hopefully much better at it. I mean, seriously, I saw the tapes from Abstergo. You didn't even try and escape.
What a dick.
I thought you were busy, Sean. If you're so busy, why do you have time to dig around? I love Sean. I just always love his snarky remarks. I'm sure Sean wouldn't miss an important detail about one of the Templars Ezio hunted down, like one being the Pope. He never would. Sean never makes mistakes. If you think he's said anything wrong, then, you know, he surely must have been misquoted. Yeah, exactly, Aura. He's very busy, but apparently has enough time to eavesdrop. A true assassin.
Sorry, Desmond. I've got some stuff to take care of. We can talk more later.
Alright, so before we actually head into the Animus and dive into Ezio's memories, there are some events in the timeline that actually take place before you take control of teenage Ezio in AC2. One being the prequel, not animated, real-life short movie Assassin's Creed Lineage, which kind of like features the actual cast of a game, at least in large parts. and acts as kind of like a prequel story to the game, featuring Giovanni Auditore, Ezio's father. And then there's also one mission in Brotherhood as part of the first Cristina memory, which also technically takes place before Ezio gets to learn about Cristina, I guess, and gets to know her. So those are going to be two things we're going to be doing first. So I'm going to start with AC Lineage here. We're going to quit the game here as well. Okay, let me find it here. And that also means we are moving to the next year, which is gonna be 17 years later after Ezio has been born, in 1476. And that's also basically where the first sequence really takes place in.
(1476), the dawn of a new era for Italy. Art, culture, and science are flourishing under the guidance of inspired minds. Renaissance. This is probably the way history will remember us. But in the shadows far from the gold and the knowledge lies another truth. Corruption, betrayal, murder, secrets. Secrets so dangerous that I must hide them even from my own family. Family, justice, honor. These are the values guiding my blade. This truth is written in blood, and the shadows are where I strike. I am Giovanni Auditore, and like my ancestors before me, I am an assassin. You're coming with me. Avanti!
I stopped them before they left Florence. Unfortunately, Your Magnificence, the fourth man, escaped.
What have you heard, Giovanni?
Rumors. About an important event that would cause a shift of power.
That man you captured. Has he spoken yet? He will tell us what he knows. Where? Tell me where?
In Milano. On the day of Christmas. The High Mass. For the feast of Santo Stefano. When the echo of the choir becomes louder at the altar, when the bell rings for the 12th and last time.
Transit gloria mundi.
At the altar, the echo of the choir becomes louder. When the bell rings for the 12th and last time, the Duke of Milano will die. Don't kill him!
Ezio's learning fast. He reminds me of you.
Ezio, remember, you need to think ahead. Don't wait for your opponent to move. Anticipate and surprise him.
How are you, Father?
Good, good, Ezio.
Good. Father.
Federico. Well then, let me see. It's the third game. It's mine. Something else, right?
With the death of the Duke of Milano, Lorenzo de' Medici has lost a powerful ally. I am sure that his enemies already plot their next move. Sforza's death was not the end. It was just the beginning. And I know where to fight my next battle.
Served us well in the past. That is why we are entrusting you to send this letter to our master.
It's perfect. It's just perfect. After all these years, our time has come, cousin.
Yes. You must protect this letter with your life until it is delivered. Do you understand me?
Go to Campo San Anzolo. Next to the wine merchant, there is a statue. Our man will be waiting for you there.
Do not fail us.
Ti faccio fiducia. What are your masters plotting? Speak! God as my witness, I will cut your throat.
My life is not yours to take. And my secrets come with me. See you in hell.
Fool.
Giovanni, did you find anything in Venice? I intercepted this letter. Take a look, Your Magnificence. It bears the seal of the Barbarigos.
I never trusted them.
This letter. Someone wanted us to see it.
An encrypted letter. It will take several hours to unlock its secrets. I'll send for you when it's done, Giovanni. Get some rest. Father Maffei. You broke the code. That's good. I knew you wouldn't disappoint me, Father Maffei. Go fetch Giovanni. Tell him he will need to travel shortly. I will wake Lorenzo. And Father, remember, you owe us your silence. Secrets are born here, and they die here. No one is to know about the content of this letter. Capiche? Good. You can go now.
Per favore, un attimino, Padre Maffei. Grazie.
Come back to us soon.
I promise.
Our son is watching.
I know.
You should talk to him.
I will.
Tell me, Papa, why is it that a banker leaves so often in the middle of the night?
Business calls, son.
I may come with you.
No.
Why not?
I need you to assist your brother. Take care of the family while I'm away.
I want to help you, Father.
You're helping more than you know, Ezio. More than you know.
Because we broke the seal of the original letter, we had to make an exact copy. Father Raimundi is working on one as we speak.
Why?
We were unable to decipher it. The only way to unlock the secrets of this letter and find out who masterminded Sforza's assassination is to deliver it and see where it will lead us.
Your Magnificence, I know exactly where in Rome the Barbarigos wanted the letter to be delivered. I can go.
Father Maffei, is it ready? Rome is a dangerous city, my dear Giovanni. Are you sure you want to carry out this mission without any help?
Yes, for the safety of Florence and the honor of the Medici.
So be it. Go and find the pit where these snakes hide. And be merciless.
May the Father of Understanding be with us.
Has Rodrigo Borgia become a messenger now?
More necessary, Your Holiness. The death of the Duke of Milano changes many things.
Is it really?
The alliances of men are fragile. Even the cities can change hands as easily as money. As long as God is on our side.
Amen. I am told that Lorenzo de' Medici does not show much respect for our position.
That is true. But you could force them to obey you. Florence is weak now. We should take advantage of it. With your help.
It's not part of my office to consent to the death of anyone. But my concern is the greater good of the Republic of Florence. Therefore, I am prepared to offer my spiritual support and military help to ensure order is maintained. Preserve the honor of the Holy See, Rodrigo.
You can count on me, Your Holiness.
Looking for the man who just came in. You must have seen him. Where did he go?
It has been very quiet here today. have seen no other man besides you.
The hood covers his face. He wore black clothes.
I cannot help you. Maybe God can. Pray. You will find the answer.
Your blade won't be enough, assassin. What happens now is up to you. You have a unique set of skills, Giovanni. That's your name, isn't it? A set of skills I'd be delighted to have on my side.
What side is that?
The side that is going to win a war you don't even know has begun yet. The world is changing under your feet, Giovanni. Join us, and you may live to see it.
Borgia. Yes, I know your name too. I also know how this is going to end. With your fantasy in ruins, an assassin's blade in your throat.
We shall see. He's all yours. Get him!
That blade almost pierced your heart. You haven't spoken a word since you've returned. What's going on, Giovanni?
Sforza's assassination was just the beginning. This is a vast conspiracy, Maria. I'm pretty sure the next step will occur here, in Florence.
Madonna mia.
I'm concerned for the Medici's safety, for his allies' fate, and for our own.
Papa! Father Maffei is here. He wants you to come with him immediately. He's not alone. Armed men are with him.
Calmati, figliolo.
Why would Lorenzo di Medici send guards for you? Why?
I don't know. Go back and
can tell Maffei that I'm already gone. Buy me some time. Federico, I'm depending on you. You're the eldest. Protect the family. Go.
I told you, my father isn't here. Now! And don't ever doubt the words of an Auditore again. Leave this place now.
L'unica soluzione è che l'assassino deve essere assassinato immediatamente. Calm down! Our main problem is that damned assassin.
His investigation threatens our plans.
Don't worry. I'll deal with Giovanni. I've already got something in mind. And then, nothing will stand in our way anymore.
Where's this from?
My dear sons, dark skies are rising over Florence and time is running low. The enemy is closer than I thought. Now, the final battle is about to unfold. Every man is mortal. Every life comes to an end. But certain things will never change. Federico and Ezio, my sons, always remember. We are the Auditore di Firenze, and we are assassins.
We are assassinos. Ah ja, Patrice Desilets. How I miss this fella.
Assassino!
But yeah, always love watching this short movie. You know, it's a really good prequel to kind of like get familiar with the setting and all of the historical characters you're gonna meet, because there's plenty of them in this short movie alone, and of course many more in the actual game itself. But yeah, now it's almost time to get back to AC2, and there's only one mission in Brotherhood that we're gonna play first. And that's the first Cristina memory. But yeah, then we're indeed actually getting started with AC2 proper. Such nice music. The actual happy Ezio moment. Indeed. Yeah, it's the first actual teenage Ezio like a moment that we're gonna play in the game. The dorky happy Ezio. Alrighty, so let's open up Brotherhood. Just gonna check real quick because my controls, as I mentioned, they're not working quite properly. Like if I wanna map high profile, I can't use my triggers. But I can use everything else. So I can still play that mission for now, and it's like the only Cristina memory in a while. So just gonna make sure that this is correct. Okay. I'm gonna let the category on AC2 because it's technically, you know, like an AC2 memory. Or at least part of its timeline. The music? Yeah, the music for Brotherhood is so good. Can't wait to play the game too, again. Surely I forgot for a second why you open Brotherhood and then you realize that the one Cristina memory takes place before the main story of AC2 actually starts. Indeed. Yeah, that's the one we're gonna play from 100% save file. I'm gonna like go there and replay the memories from there. Because they of course require you to have played through certain parts of Brotherhood before you can trigger them. So they're gonna be independent from my actual main save of Brotherhood. So if you can get to map your L1, R1 to left trigger, right trigger for Xbox when you play it on PC. Yeah, that's the issue I'm kind of like having, is that I can't map my triggers whatsoever. Right? Like high profile, and the other like focus is on the bumpers. So I can only use my bumpers, actually use high profile and stuff. Yeah, my bumpers. But my triggers just won't work, like they won't be recognized by the game whatsoever. And I've tried like every trick in the book, right? There's like softwares to emulate your controller to Xbox 360. Like none of it will work for some reason with the game. And I never had that issue before. Like I never had to install anything with Brotherhood or Revelations. But now all of a sudden it just, you know, won't work. It's really weird. It's been so long time since you played the game. Well, definitely always worth a replay. It's a great game to this day still. Okay, let's go into my 100% save here. I've already equipped the noble attire here, so we have a proper outfit for Ezio to wear. There we go. First Cristina memory, a second chance. Neither of the triggers at all work. Yeah, you mean map triggers to bumpers. Yeah, so the trigger actions are mapped to the bumpers, and the bumpers just won't be recognized. Like if I want to map them for anything in the game, it just won't be recognized. So that's really weird. And yeah, I've tried like so many things. I even tried the Steam controller emulation, Gislick. Didn't work either. But yeah, just really weird. Like, I've been playing these games for years and years. I've never had issues. I did have issues with AC1 and AC2, right? With the controllers, because they used to be like this. And there's been like controller fixes you could use, which always worked for me and still do. But with Brotherhood and Revelations, I just never had these issues. I got you, Lucinda, yeah. That makes sense for sure. Yeah, there's definitely lots of content in Brotherhood, like much more than AC2 for instance. Enabled Steam input, Masquerade as Xbox controller always worked for you. So Masquerade is like a preset then? I could try that maybe. I mean, at this point I would try anything, because otherwise I'm just gonna end up playing the game on the Series X with the Ezio collection, and I kinda would prefer to play it on PC, because with PC, you know, I can also use things like the parkour mod that I was kind of looking forward to be using, which gives you like so many additional like abilities to move around. You mean you enable the Xbox controller Steam input, disable the rest of for the specific game? Ah, okay. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna give it another go with the Steam input. Maybe I get it to work somehow. But yeah, I mean, for this memory, you know, it's just gonna be the only Brotherhood memory for a while, so still have a couple of days to take care of it. And here I'm just gonna deal with that new control scheme. But it's gonna be a bit weird using the bumpers instead of the triggers.
What about that one?
Oh, she is beautiful.
Okay, then go talk to her.
Just like that? Talk about what?
It doesn't matter. See, little brother, most men are so afraid of beautiful girls that anyone who actually talks to them has an advantage. Just make it up as you go.
What?
What?
Why are you just standing there?
Oh, because I wanted to ask you something. Which is... What's your name?
Not one you'll ever need to make use of.
Aspetta, I wasn't ready! I was planning on being really charming and funny. Can I just have a second chance? Ah, well.
Ezio, all is not lost. You made her smile. She will remember you now.
No, I can still fix these. I'll follow her ways. See where she lives.
The first moment with Ezio, he's like, let me just stalk this girl. Exactly, Gisek. Very smooth aura. Very smooth indeed. That was before I became a playboy, I guess. The graphics must be getting old. And we're not even playing AC2 yet. I'd be a creep. And I'd be so happy about it. What do you mean aura? It's not? I thought it was like a totally normal stage in a relationship. the stalking phase. It can occur at many moments. So the first mission we actually do as Ezio is a tailing / talking, stalking mission. Exactly, Gistek. That's the 7 steps. I'm sure nobody saw me there. See? Totally hidden.
I told you I'm not interested.
See, but I am.
Get in line.
I think not, amore mio. I've decided I'm tired of waiting for you to open your legs on your own. Cane rognoso! What do you want here? This has nothing to do with you!
Nice to see you too, Vieri. I think you're disturbing this young lady's day.
Maledetto!
Is that the best you can do?
Shut your mouth! I'll kill you!
Why am I not surprised to find you forcing yourself on a nice girl?
You will pay for interfering. Your whole family will.
Thank you. That was very kind of you.
Are you all right?
I am now. You asked for my name earlier. It's Cristina.
Piacere, Cristina. I'm Ezio.
Well, Ezio. Looks like you got yourself a second chance.
Ah, that face at the end. That could literally be another emote right there. The second happy Ezio. But yeah. That's the first mission as teenage Ezio, actually. Yeah, there's a couple more Cristina memories. The second one is Last Rites. And yeah, that's of course, you know, directly after or before Ezio actually leaves for Or leaves Florence behind with his mother and sister. It's actually cool that we get to play this at the moment it actually takes place, you know, because it was a bit of an open-ended question, I guess, in this game. Whether or not Ezio's family, you know, received proper last rites. So this memory is gonna answer that. There's also gonna be one set during the carnival sequence. So it's gonna be cool, you know, throwing these in as kind of like additional memories to Ezio's life. Exactly, Aura. You know, now it's gonna be like, wow, I'm the hero now. Good thing I stalked you, I guess. But it's funny how she doesn't even question why he's there to help her out. Or I guess, you know, she's so happy and grateful that she doesn't really care. Playing as CJ in AC2. Yeah, I was meaning to do like wacky playthroughs eventually of some of the AC games. And using like different character model mods and stuff that we could change, you know, on the go. There's like quite a few also for AC Unity. But yeah, playing as CJ in AC2, that would be quite something. Rodrigo was Big Smoke. That's kind of fitting, also with the character model. Carl Johnson da Firenze. That's where he went when he left, you know, his hood behind. The mirrored Happy Ezio, pretty much. Yeah, it was very similar. For sure, White Monk. Yeah, definitely do. These games are so good to replay. As long as you don't have technical issues with this. But yeah, so that means we can now finally get back into AC2 again and actually go into the Animus as Desmond now. Oh, okay. So they actually throw us back here into this cutscene.
Thanks for that. It was great. Shoved in the trunk, bouncing around.
This way.
That's a bit annoying.
So,
it's not like I'm gonna trigger off the optional dialogue again. We just have to get through this part again. I could see if I can march forward and maybe trigger the next checkpoints quicker.
The map your ancestor found guarantees it. The other assassins, they'll do what they can, where they can, but...
Nah, I gotta wait for her. Well, let's wait, I guess.
What? What is it?
We're losing this war, Desmond. The Templars are too powerful. And every day, more of us die.
I still don't see how I fit into things.
We're going to train you. Turn you into one of us.
What?
Desmond, over here!
No. No, you've seen me in action. I'm no good at this, and even if I was, it would take months. Years even.
No. Not with the Animus. Not with the bleeding effect.
But I'm just one guy.
Sometimes, that's all you need.
So that's why you found him. My ancestor. What was his name? Ezio?
If you can follow in his footsteps, you'll learn everything he did, just like he did. Years of training, absorbed in a matter of days.
You broke me out of Abstergo and brought me here just to make me an assassin?
Look, there's more to it than that, but it'll have to wait. Trust me, okay?
All right, I'm in. Tell me what you need.
Really? You're sure?
I thought you'd be happy about this.
Sorry, I'm just a little surprised. I spent the whole ride over here figuring out how I was gonna convince you to do this.
Save it. After what those Templar bastards put me through, I'm ready, willing, and able.
Thank you.
Exactly, Gisek. Like, keep up.
You made it.
Or like the other way around.
God, it's been so long. 7 years, can you believe it?
Indeed. Welcome back. Ah, so this must be the infamous Subject 17.
Desmond Miles, was it?
Who are you?
I'm sorry, where are my manners? I'm Sean Hastings. This is Rebecca Crane.
Nice to meet you, Desmond.
Right, well, it's been lovely chatting, but if you don't mind, Desmond, it's best we get straight to work. Time is precious. Doubly so these days.
We've got everything set up and ready, Lucy. Just say the word and we'll get going.
Here, I brought you something. A parting gift from Abstergo.
Whoa! The memory core! This is amazing. With their data, things are gonna go a lot faster. I'll get to work on merging the code.
Alright, so we're not going to trigger the optional dialogue anymore because we have done so earlier. Which means you can directly hop into the Animus. Never mind, I gotta talk to everyone.
Hey, Desmond. What's up?
Just wondering what your role is in all this.
I take care of Baby. It's my job to keep her up and running.
Baby? You mean the Animus?
Actually, I prefer Animus 2.0, since Baby's twice as awesome as anything you'll find at Abstergo. The Templars might have deeper pockets than us, but they've got no ambition, no passion, no competitive edge. That's why, even with all their resources, anything they can do, I can do better. Faster, too. Anyway, take a seat when you're ready, and we can get started. I just need to make a few more adjustments.
Hey, listen. I just wanted to say thank you. And that I'm sorry.
Sorry?
Yeah, you know, before. Everything at Abstergo. It was just... I wasn't ready.
It's okay.
No. Going through all that. Knowing that the Templars still exist, what they're planning.
What's done is done, Desmond. You're here now, and that's what matters.
What's all this stuff for?
This stuff, Desmond. Oh, this stuff is nothing special, really, this stuff. It's just the stuff that keeps our entire operation from falling apart, really. It requires a great deal of concentration to keep it all moving, so you'll forgive me if I don't have time to play meet and greet.
Sean's in charge of maintaining our knowledge archives. It's like a digital library. He'll be riding shotgun with me while you're in the Animus. So if you come across anything of note, people, places, events, etc., he'll create database entries you can consult for additional information.
Yeah, it's not just databases, though. I also provide tactical support for the other assassins. You know, Desmond, the ones who are out there, actually doing stuff, risking their lives, little things like that.
Okay, I think, but now we can go into the Animus, maybe? Or do I have to, like, finish all the dialogues? Yeah, we're good.
So how does this work? Of course.
Deep breath.
Ah! Oh, what are you, a tiny child?
Sean!
Well...
Here we go.
Insieme per la vittoria!
Insieme!
Insieme! Silenzio, my friends! Silenzio! Grazie. Do you know what brings us here tonight? Honor. Viere de Pazzi slanders my family's name and forces his own miseries upon us. If we...
Enough of your nonsense, Grullo!
Buonasera, Viere. We were just talking about you. I'm surprised to see you here. I thought the Pazzi hired others to do their dirty work.
It's your family that cries for guards when there's trouble, Gottardo. Afraid to handle things yourself?
Your sister seemed quite satisfied with the handling I gave her earlier.
Uccidetelo!
You know, it's kind of funny in retrospective later to think that the reason Ezio has a scar on his lip is because he insulted the sister of Yeri. Yeah, that's true, White Monk. I guess Sean definitely learned with time and he got a bit more humble. There's definitely certain events that happen in the modern day that I would say humbled him in a way. Just an Ubisoft action complete. Play the game with all the modern day streaming amenities. No kidding. That definitely deserves a Ubisoft achievement in and of itself. Insieme. How to learn Italian, featuring AC2. To be fair, most Italian words I learned from this game were insults.
C'è un due. I hate these awkward Hai paura.
You will die, Verme.
It's a fight, Fesso. Try fighting for it.
I don't like being made to wait.
More!
Come get me. Hurry up. I have to meet the lady friend.
Hey! Behind you!
Federico! What are you doing here?
I wanted to see if baby brother had finally learned how to fight.
Oh. And?
You have style. But endurance is what counts. Let's see how many of them you can ruin before they get the best of you.
That's like one of my favorite taunts right there. Ezio has to meet a lady friend.
Sbrigati! Devo incontrare una... Your mama can't help you this time. What? You need your capo's permission?
I insulted his mother and his father back to back. The chance of that happening.
Sai, le armi servono a duellare. Hai intenzione di startene l'impalato? Come on, there's only one of me. I can't be that good.
Okay, I will peel the skin from you. Lentamente.
Don't be shy.
You bastard.
Fall back! Fall back!
Hold on.
What? We've almost won this.
Your lip.
Just a scratch.
Let the doctor decide.
It's not necessary. Besides, I've no money for this doctor of yours.
Wasted it on women and wine, huh?
I'd hardly call it wasted. Lend me some florins then. Or have you done the same?
Search them. There's bound to be something in their pockets.
Indeed. Give me all the loot. Exactly, Aura. That insult is also somewhere in those over 100 insults or so that I have. You bastard.
Va bene. That should be enough. Let's get out of here before the guards arrive.
Arthur's insults are just the best. Federico Auditore. Ezio's older brother and the eldest Auditore, Federico entered the Medici bank as a clerk when he was 19. However, the bank logs indicate he mostly dicked around rather than actually working. One entry goes into detail. On September 17, 1475, a bag of gold of Florence went missing. After panic struck the bank, the elder Auditore approached Francesco Sassetti and with a smile revealed the location of the bag, which had been hidden on the rooftop. If he weren't the son of Giovanni Auditore, I'd speak to Lorenzo de' Medici and have him put in the stocks. Unsurprisingly, Federico was removed from the bank's payroll shortly after his 20th birthday. A bit of a misfit, if you will. Kinda like where Ezio's heading. Hello there, Doppledor. Welcome in. Oh, very nice. I hope work went well. Indeed, Aura. Yeah. Yeah, that video clip was definitely a good source of several different insults. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look that different, at least in this database picture, than he did in the movie. Okay, just want to check real quick if there's any other database entries we've unlocked here. Ah yeah, I mean, Ezio Auditore. Gotta read that, of course. In a diary entry from 1474, Maria Auditore, one of the great Florentine chroniclers and Ezio's mother, describes her son as competitive, stubborn and loud-mouthed, but so passionate that it is impossible to fault him for anything. Complaints to the city guard by several noble patricians seem to suggest that he was also something of a womanizer. Tutored by the great banker Giovanni Tornabuoni, Ezio's school record sees around the age of 17, at which point his name is connected with some terrible crime. It is impossible to discern what it could be from the records. There's very little here, but afterward Ezio drops out of history entirely, as if he've never existed. It looks a bit like a mugshot. You're not wrong there, the way they're kind of positioned. Very much in frame. Firenze. Founded by Julius Caesar in 59 BCE, Florentia, as it was called by the Romans, quickly became a center of commerce. After the sacking of Rome in the 5th century, the Ostrogoths took over. Under their rule, the city was constantly under attack from the Byzantines, who sent the population level below 1,000. The Lombards came to power in the 6th century, ending the Byzantine assaults. Florence grew to a population of 80,000 in the 14th century, of which 25,000 were working in the wool industry. In 1378, a major revolt of the lower class led to the woolcombers rising up and seizing the government of the city. Their progressive radical democracy lasted for less than 2 months, before the upper classes seized control once more. But the revolt so terrified the rich that a century later it was still discussed in hushed tones, much as the 1960s hippie movement is today. The Abruzzi family became the de facto rulers after the revolt, buried above the rise of the Medici family, who were newly rich bankers rapidly gaining influence in Florence. Maso and Rinaldo Abruzzi imprisoned Cosimo de' Medici and exiled him in 1433. But Cosimo gained influence behind the scenes and rose to power in 1434, exiling the entire Abruzzi family except for Luca, who had been loyal to Cosimo. Luca Abruzzi joined the Signoria, the ruling body of Florence, as Gonfaloniere, succeeding Cosimo's old friend Il Barrio Auditore in 1442. Under the Medici family, which built impressive public buildings and supported such luminaries as Michelangelo, Leonardo, and Botticelli, the Renaissance began with Florence securely at its center. Ah yeah, also the Ponte Vecchio, which is the bridge where the whole fight just happened, and the one we're currently standing on. It's quite famous even today, and it doesn't look that different in real life. There's been a bunch of people that traveled to the different locations, and they've done like comparison pictures, and this one looked quite apt. This famous bridge spans the Arno at its narrowest point. The original version was presumably constructed by the Romans, but the first written records only appear in 996. Two previous incarnations of the bridge were swept away in floods, before the present structure was built in 1345. A tower was built at the southeast corner to defend it. The bridge consists of 3 segmental arches. It has always had shops lining the central passageway, a feature which seems extraordinary now but was common during the Renaissance. At first, butchers took up residence there, but over time they were pushed out by jewelers, souvenir shops, and creepy teenagers chaining locks to the bridge's railing and throwing the keys into the river in a bid for eternal love, not realizing that the locks would be cut off later that day by disgruntled polizia. Everlasting, indeed. I got a lot of snarky remarks by Sean in the database even. It's something that is going to become a bit of a theme going forward, that Sean makes lots of comments. In the San Giovanni district, it was named after Saint John the Baptist, the patron saint of Florence. It is the oldest area of the city and the center of administration, encompassing the Palazzo della Signoria. If big churches are your thing, head to Santa Maria del Fiore on the northern edge. It's the one with a gigantic dome. Yeah, thanks for the tidbit, Sean. Always helpful. Hello, where are they? Welcome in, dude. And how's it going?
Hurry, Ezio. The sooner we're done with the doctor, the sooner we can sleep.
And yeah, it's going pretty good for me. I had a couple of technical issues that we had to sort out. But yeah, it's everything like is working for now at least. And I could actually start the playthrough. But yeah, it's been good. We played the beginning of AC2, then we watched Assassin's Creed Lineage, then we played the first Cristina memory for Brotherhood. And now we're finally actually starting out as teenage Ezio in AC2. But it's been interesting playing the game in the, you know, most accurate, I guess, historical order possible. Going good. Been a long day in the neighboring city. It's essentially been all celebrations about the SHL victory. Nice, dude. I can bet. I assume people are still gonna celebrating a bit tomorrow, I guess, before it's going back to work and stuff. And who knows? You know, maybe there's even gonna be some celebrations on work, you know, too. Ah, very nice, Ave. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, there's only so much space you can have on, like, the field, right? But, that's really cool that everyone, you know, gathered together to celebrate. Gonna be celebrated all summer. I mean, it's like an occasion that only happens maybe every 30 years, right? You gotta seize the moment.
Eating services for all the gods' flock.
The grunting is always funny in games. Ah yeah, the Santa Trinita. Constructed over an existing church in 1258, the Santa Trinita, the Holy Trinity, is known for its Sassetti Chapel, which is decorated with frescoes of the life of Saint Francis by Domenico Ghirlandaio, a painter most famous for his brief role as one of Michelangelo's teachers. Santa Trinita was the mother church of the Vallombrosan Order of Monks, a very serious group that strictly enforced both poverty and silence for life. Despite the beauty of the Santa Trinita frescoes, very few Vallombrosan monks are likely to have seen them on account of the fact that the monks received beatings for going outside their monasteries. Jesus. So you can't have anything and you gotta be silent your entire life, and if you try to get outside of a monastery you're gonna be beaten. Sounds like a deal, I guess. No worries, Aura. Definitely enjoy your nap, and you too have a good rest of your weekend. Thank you for being here, and catch you next time.
Ben trovato, Doctor.
Fratelli Auditore, why am I not surprised? You've made quite a mess of yourself, young man.
It's nothing, really.
You must help him. That pretty face is his only asset.
Fottiti.
There we are. Now get out of here.
Fottiti. But yeah, I love that dynamic between Ezio and Federico. The way they're just constantly, you know, like, playing each other. Yeah, that's definitely fair, Ave. Definitely get some rest. And, you know, some really good sleep. And I think after, you know, a long day with like lots of celebrating, you're definitely gonna sleep well. But yeah, have a good one, and catch you next time. Doctors. Diagrams of the human body and the printing press influenced Renaissance medicine greatly, which had in turn been influenced by Arabic medicine during the Middle Ages. By the 15th century, science had already begun its slow climb toward becoming more relevant than spirituality in the field of healthcare. However, many people stubbornly clung to old ways, visiting local mystics instead of doctors. After the plague ravaged Europe in 1350, Many doctors dressed in special plague gear to treat patients. To prevent contamination, they wore a cape coated in wax and a primitive gas mask in the shape of a beak. And 1350 is also exactly where the Plague Tale games take place. So that's like a nice reference.
Grazie.
This way. Quite a night.
Indeed. I only wish they were all as much fun. Oh, wait. They are.
We should head home, Ezio. Father's sure to be wondering where we've gone.
Yes. And I'd rather avoid a lecture.
Up for a little race, then?
To where?
Roof of that church.
Sibling rivalry. Win the race against Federico.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Baby brother still has much to learn. Come on, Tartaruga. Come on then, this way.
Where are you going?
You'll see. It is a good life we lead, brother.
The best. May it never change.
And may it never change us. All right. Enough of that. We really should head home. Let's go.
Wait.
What? Ezio, let Cristina sleep.
There will be time enough for that. Later.
Ah.
It's so good, Chilla. Like every time, you know. The music, you know, Ezio and Federico's relationship, and it's also the way it's acted, you know, acted out. Like the way Ezio also like pauses and takes a deep breath and says like the best. Just really adds a certain genuinity to the scene. And yeah, just also very well written, you know, like may it never change and may it never change us, and of course the foreshadowing and all of this, you know. Even if you have never played the game before, you of course know that their life is gonna have to change. And already, you know, gives it like a certain undertone, I guess. Nightcap. Pay a surprise visit to the beautiful Cristina Vespucci.
So it's Vieri. I'd better hide.
Keep looking! He couldn't have gotten far!
Lavoro da fare, il mio lavoro e molti voglio sentire di più. Questa storia è finita, capito?
It's always interesting to see how certain game mechanics change in a series like Assassin's Creed, you know? Like for example, when you think about how much stealth has changed. It's especially interesting the switch from mostly social stealth, you know? Like a lot of stealth you use in this game and like the early AC games is really focused on like using groups of people to your advantage and, you know, using like blending options and hiding spots. Less about just crouching and, you know, like waiting in grass or whatever. Now social stealth has definitely, you know, really taken a backseat. The Casa di Vespucci. Built by distant great-great-uncle of a famous Amerigo Vespucci in 1350, the relatively unpresumptuous Vespucci residence is notable for displaying the first painted facade in Florence, a style that was later done to death in the Oltano district. And the comic god Isa, you said it. I mean, that's fair, you know. Definitely depends how you look at a mechanic like combat. You know, if it's just about like, okay, is it easy to survive, you know? Or is it difficult to actually pull off a combat well and make it flow good? Yeah, and the parry mechanics get even stronger in Shadows, don't they? It seems to me like Shadows has a bit of a stronger focus on like consecutive like parries, for example, like doing parries back to back.
Cristina! Cristina!
Who's there?
Me!
Oh, Ezio! I should have known.
May I come in?
Fine, but only for a minute.
A minute is all I need.
Indeed.
Well, wait, that came out wrong.
Makes wonder if she says anything if you just decide to go away. Well, there's an enemy's war here, so can't go much further away. Or if you just wait. If you wait longer than a minute.
Come here.
Oh, Ezio. Oh, Ezio.
The fact he actually blew off a candle from a bed is just hilarious.
Cristina! Cristina! Svelia! Your tutor will be here soon. Come, my daughter. Is it really so terrible that... Figlio d'un cane! What is this?
Perdonate, messere! Chiedo venia!
I'll kill you!
No, that's not necessary.
Guards! Guards! Voglio la sua testa! Now!
There's really no need for violence. You have me confused with someone else. She needed some help with some things. I'm mostly innocent.
A little quick on the quick time event. I was mashing the button I was. Exactly, Schiller. I was thinking like, what would Ezio do? Well, he wouldn't waste an opportunity, would he? And it's always such a joy to kind of like revisit Florence in AC2. I just love the architecture, the rooftops, the way everything is connected. And also, you know, it's kind of like a bit more of a peaceful place, especially at this, of course, time in the story. Ah yeah. The Palazzo Auditore. Completed in 1473, the Palazzo Auditore is notable for its rusticated stonework and Roman pilasters. Giovanni Auditore designed the palazzo himself, based on initial sketches by Leone Battista Alberti. Once built, the palazzo became a fixture of the Santa Maria Novella district. Lorenzo de' Medici mentioned in a letter addressed to Giovanni dated 1474 that he admired the facade's lack of ostentation. Alright, but yeah, this is actually gonna be where we are gonna call it a night for today with AC2. And carry on next time, maybe even tomorrow, if time allows. I would love to carry on and play through the introduction at least. Get to the next Brotherhood Cristina mission. Which should be like at the end of sequence 2 for this game, I believe. Like pretty much before you leave for Monteriggioni. But yeah, we got through a couple of years. We made more progress year-wise, at least than we made with Kingdom Come Deliverance. Which only really takes place in like 1 year. We traversed 17 years today. So, progress, I guess. I'm looking forward to climb this tower again. It's like pretty much the highest viewpoint in the game. Or the highest point might be the other building over there. At the very top. The Happy Henry. But yeah. Let's go and exit. And let's have a look if someone is online. I don't usually stream to this at this time of the day. It's not too sure who's online right now. If anyone. Ah yeah, Amita is still playing Unity. Damn, he's doing like a long one. He's been already streaming for a couple of hours before I even streamed. Yeah, 7 hours. He's making some progress. But that's nice. Yeah, in that case we're gonna raid over there. Keep it kinda like Assassin's Creed. He's not doing commentary today, Vo, but he's in chat. So definitely still feel free to, you know, drop some messages in chat if you wanna join the conversation. And if you wanna join the raid, then we have some raid modes here that you can copy and paste if you like. And if you haven't joined Discord yet, then here's also a link for those who want to join. And if you want to check out some fellow streamers, then definitely check out Sheila, Lucinda, Gislek.
Buffoon!
Hold on. I was gonna recheck how Necro is really spelled. Okay, got him. It wasn't like appearing in my ad list, so I had to kind of like manually type it. But yeah, definitely check out Chilla. Chilla has been also playing Assassin's Creed with AC3 Remastered. Lucinda has been playing The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered and is pretty close to finishing, I think, at this point. Gisik has been playing Star Wars Bounty Hunters. He also played AC Shadows recently. And Necro has been playing Satisfactory, but he's also been diving into the Resident Evil games and playing some of them for the first time, I believe. But yeah, let's go over to Anita. And that's no worries of a shout out, Lucinda. And Chilla. That's right, Gisek. I always stop reading after the Necro bit, so it's like too many N's and I's. So my brain is just never like, okay, that's not important. Ah, cool, Lucinda. That's nice. Maybe I'm gonna be there for the giveaway. But either way, I'm gonna drop in and have a look how the rest of the playthrough goes. But probably still, you know, stay away from too much story information. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna be lurking though. Also, hey there, Seraph. Bye, Seraph. Thank you for the stream streak. And catch you next time.